Hey everyone, it's Morgan Yates, and today I don't know what that dance move was. Oh, I should mute my phone. Okay. Hey everyone, it's Morgan Yates, and today I am doing a little juicy Q&A, personal Q&A, questions I've avoided answering Q&A. I feel like I see a lot of things tied with that. I had you guys tweet me, and I also posted on Snapchat saying to reply and ask me some just like juicier questions for today's video to make it a little more fun. So I feel like everything I'm answering is pretty interesting. Also, if things look different, things look messy. Yes, I know. I am filming this in our like closet filming room that's currently in a very disordered state, but I wanted to film it. It's a rainy day and I was just feeling chill, and I'm trying to pre-film for a month of traveling. So to have videos the whole time I'm gone. So this was just the easier, faster way to do this because today's my only day to get those videos done. So if you're wanting to see what I'm up to on all of those trips for the next month, make sure you're following me on Instagram as well as over my vlog channel. So let's go. Okay, kicking things off. Last video you took on your phone and your last text message. I have not reviewed this. Okay. Oh, last video, I'll insert it. It's only 2 seconds. It was Jordan Warona on my flight back from playlist yesterday. Last text message, I haven't read this one yet. It's from Danielle and it says, I feel so good about that test. Next up, okay, this one's gonna be juicy. It says, what's something that happened at playlist that followers don't know about? So this is very interesting that this was asked with this playlist in particular. So if you're unaware, I just got back from Playlist Live Orlando yesterday, and it was quite the year. So everyone's been like asking around because not that many people went this year, and asking like what the playlist drama was from this year and like whatever, because there's always just like, it is never boring. Like if you want to be entertained, it's just very entertaining all around. But this year in particular was quite a different degree of just like drama going on, for lack of a better word. One creator, I have never met this person, still have never met this person. I don't have any like issue with this person, but he like predicts future events, and that's like what he does on YouTube, and his track record's like decent, so that's what made this weird. And he was telling people, this was just like the talk of playlist, that, and this is on Friday, that there was going to be a shooting at, sorry, loud cars. He was going around warning people that there was going to be a shooting at Playlist on Saturday, which is just so many degrees of weird of why someone would be in possession of that knowledge if that were to even happen. So obviously, like, I'm not really buying into like his ability to predict the future, but again, he's somehow been right about a lot of things. And so despite all of us being like, this is such crap, we were also so paranoid the whole weekend. So that was really the talk of the weekend. That was the big thing, was like literally we, even though we knew it was like dumb, we like still avoided like the lobby and the convention Saturday because we were just paranoid. So that just sucks that that's the like state the world is in 2018. Yeah, that was just weird. That was like, I really have no comment besides like, that was just so weird, and that was what everyone was talking about. So followers did not know about that. That's what happened this weekend. First time for everything. Also, I know people are gonna ask, this case is from Wildflower Cases, and this strap, instead of having a pop socket, is from Love Handle. And I just like it better because I can like just go like this. Can't do this with a pop socket, you know? Okay, do you in any way ever feel misunderstood by followers? No, except for every now and then, and this is only on my mind because someone left a comment about this on my favorites video. Every now and then I'll get comments saying that like I seem bored, or that like I look mean, or like, it's also sometimes, it's mainly like other people's vlogs where like I'm in the background of, and my just like natural face where I'm like not involved in a conversation or not like, I don't know, just reacting to anything. If I'm just chilling, like my natural face just doesn't look happy necessarily. And I think sometimes when I talk also, like I guess in that favorites video, I was just talking about a lot of like products, like I was excited about them, but I'm not like, this product is like the passion of my life, I guess, so I didn't sound that excited. This is just what my voice sounds like. This is just what my face looks like. Yeah, I try to not be like a lot of YouTubers who act like overly peppy in their videos when that is not remotely how they are in real life. So this is just how I am in life and right now. So, okay, I get this question a lot. I've gotten this question for years and I've never addressed it. And today is the day I'm gonna address it. So, a lot of you guys are gonna have no idea what this is about, but I get asked what happened to the 2 girls you used to make videos with. So for those who are unaware, because like when this happened, we probably had 40,000 subscribers. So most of you guys are unaware of this, but a lot of people still remember and still ask. So back when I first made videos in high school, it was a channel of me and these other 2 girls. So basically like right after high school ended, I just like began making videos by myself, and we never really addressed like what happened, and that was mainly just to like not create drama is why I didn't address it. And so addressing it now, I feel like it has literally been 5 years, and I don't feel like this is a dramatic story, nor do I like have any like issue with either of them at this time. And I feel like people expect that there was like some giant like dramatic situation, and it was dramatic at the time. But literally all it came down to was that, so I had the channel to start with originally, made videos, and then brought the other 2 girls onto the channel to make videos with me. It was so much fun. That like brought us so much closer together. We would like post twice a week at the time. Like they would come over after school and we would film, and it was like this awesome thing. And as time went on, like one became less interested in it, and like long story short, it like eventually became kind of like the thing holding our friendship together. And so it came around, we were all graduating high school, and we were going off to 3 separate colleges like hours away, and it was just obvious that it wasn't feasible for us to like keep making videos all 3 together twice a week, and there was just like no real way to do that. And on top of that, I was the one who had always edited everything. Like if you ever got a like reply in the comments, like it was always me. I was the one who would like be emailing brands for like whatever like small brand thing was at the time, and like our channel was in my name, like our partnership with our network was in my name, our like checks were coming to me, and like I was distributing them. Like every detail was like all of the back end work that like wasn't seen was like all of my doing. So in my mind, it made sense of when we graduated and we're all going to college that I was just going to be the one who took over the channel essentially.
Oopsie.
And so years had gone by where I was the one doing all of the editing and all of the work, which I loved because I honestly liked having that like control over it, and it was something that was really fun for me. I loved video editing, hence why I like did that in college. So the time rolled around, and they reached out basically asking, it kind of just became how I see it from my perspective, kind of about the money, which is funny because it was like no money at the time, but like you were in high school and you had no money, so it was like, it seemed like a lot. And so they were wanting to like contact our network and have them start splitting our check 3 ways and like mailing it to each of us at college, kind of I guess as a way of like securing that they were still gonna be getting their money. And like they were texting me asking for like me to teach them how to edit, and like saying they wanted to like help more and everything, which like I would have greatly appreciated had it been like a year and a half sooner, but we were all going our different ways. And again, it like, I mean, I do see this from their perspective too, but like at the end of the day, it was my like channel to start with, and I feel like it was very fair that I was the one who was going to like pursue that independently, because it just like literally would have been impossible for like us to continue doing it as a 3-person thing when like we weren't that close anymore. Does that make sense? So there was just a dramatic situation. We had a big fight about it, and we never really, I haven't spoken to one of them since that argument in high school. The other one I've talked to a couple times. We're not like friends by any means, but like I don't wish either of them bad things. Like at the end of the day, those were 2 people that I cared about for a big portion of my high school life. We created so many good memories together, and they were such fun people to be around, and like I'm very thankful for those friendships at that point in my life. And I think generally just like as a lesson learned, or just like point to hopefully help people watching this, I don't know, I think you cannot be friends with someone even if things ended on bad terms and still like appreciate the time that you had with them. So that's kind of how I view it. I hope they are doing well. I don't really know what they're up to because again, we don't like talk, but that is how that unfolded. It wasn't really that dramatic at the time. It felt like everything, and then like stories were just getting like skewed and told in like all different like, and again, there are 2 sides to every story, so like one side was getting more broadcast than the other side. And I just remember like that night and the next day like scrolling through Twitter, and like all of our mutual friends are just like tweeting horrible things about me that weren't true, and that was a wake-up moment. So that's why I have very few friends from high school at this point, but everything worked out clearly. I mean, I'm glad I kept going despite the things people were saying, and here we are now, and it's my full-time job. So this video is gonna be really long, I'm discovering right now. Wow. Okay, as someone who's self-employed, what are tips for managing money? Thankfully, my dad is an accountant. He's the one who's always like giving me instruction with what to do finance-wise. Truthfully, I'm really bad. Like, I'm not really bad at saving money. Like, I save money, but I also spend probably, like, I could be saving more, you know what I mean? I guess the biggest tip I have if you're self-employed, I have like a separate bank account, just like this random like money market account underneath like all my, lots of different accounts going on. But I have one that literally like when I get paid, I take the percentage for like my tax bracket, like federal and state-wise, whatever, that I expect to be in total paying in taxes. And I immediately when I get paid, take that percentage and move it to this separate account. So that account is literally just like housing the money that I'm gonna end up paying in taxes. B, be saving for retirement. If you are self-employed, I use the company Vanguard. Beyond that, you know, like I like should create a budget. It's so boring for anyone who doesn't care about finances. So if you're under like 22, okay. Is it hard working at home with other people who also work from home? No, I don't think so at all. I actually love having people at home. You're not like filming every day. So, and even when you are, it's like not hard, like they're home. I didn't even tell them I'm filming. Like it's not like people are being like loud and whatever. I just really like having other people at home because I feel like if I had roommates who worked real jobs, like Adrian used to be in that situation and she was really lonely, and I feel like I would be really lonely. I got a question that was basically like, can you talk about like the truth of Coachella, and like basically implying that like people act like it's a good time and it's not a good time. People asked about like the trip with Dote specifically because a YouTuber who was also on that trip made a video about like the truth of Coachella and talking about basically how like it wasn't fun and people make it seem fun and it's not. So I would just like to say, and I love that person, great girl, really funny, love her. But in terms of like the truth of Coachella, what I portrayed about Coachella is literally true. I guess we just had very different experiences. We were with different groups of people. The Dote trip was amazing. Like they could not have like, every detail of everything was done so perfectly. And I know people have issues with the festival, which is more what I think like this question was getting at, and like that it's not actually that fun, but it literally was so much fun. I honestly went into it with like very low expectations because I was thinking like people probably make this seem so cool and it's not that cool, but it was actually so cool. Like we left and we were all like, I will be back next year, but B, like that was one of the most fun weekends of my life. Like I said this on Instagram, but like I literally left and I happy cried because of how amazing everything was. So the truth about Coachella in my mind is exactly what I've said about it up to this point. I would never act like I thought it was fun if it wasn't. Okay. What are your pet peeves? Okay, I actually have a list on my phone because whenever I get asked what pet peeves are, I can never remember them. So I started creating a list over the past couple months. When people are late, when people say irregardless instead of regardless, when people are trying to say bawling my eyes out, like B-A-W-L, but they spell it bawling my eyes out, B-A-L-L-I-N-G. When people are on their phone during movies, this is a big one. This is one I noticed more than anything else. When people, this is just from like every living situation ever, like at my house, whenever you go outside to like get something out of your car, take out the trash or whatever, and leave the door open for that entire period of being gone and coming back. I don't know why that's something that like for years and years has just been a major pet peeve of mine, because like a temperature change in and outside the house, that's not really an issue in LA, but like bugs, everything like that, I don't know why, that's just always been a pet peeve. So that, and then also just like more broadly, is just when people are really negative about things. That's a huge pet peeve. I think that's why I had such a bomb playlist. Like there were literally like 4 of us that are like of our like normal like group in the least cliquey way possible, but just like our group of friends that always hangs out at playlist like over the years. There were only 4 of us there compared to normally like, I don't know, like 12 at least. And a lot of those people are like, oh my gosh, I so wish they were there. Like it was not the same without these people. But even with it being just us 4, like it was like one of my favorite playlists because the people that were there actually wanted to be there and weren't like complaining at all. Like everyone was just like, I don't know, like no one complained about anything. So it was so much fun because like I think some people have gotten tired of playlists over time, or like maybe haven't had as much fun there, which is totally cool. In the past couple of playlists, a lot of people have just been complaining about everything and it kind of was just dragging it down for everyone. Not to say it wasn't fun because it's always been really fun, but this one in particular stood out as being way more fun because there weren't people complaining about anything. So that was awesome. That's pet peeves, being negative. I'm gonna start flying through these because this is getting so long. Do you have drama with other YouTubers? I do not have drama with any other YouTubers. When's the last time you cried? I vlogged about this, so this vlog's up on my vlog channel from playlist, but how many times can I reference playlist? Okay, the last time I cried, you see it in the vlog, is after my meetup, meeting a bunch of you guys, and I was just feeling very thankful, and I don't know, after every meetup, I happy cry because literally just the fact that people watch these and getting to see faces and hug people and just getting to talk to people, it's just crazy, and the fact that anyone cares enough to watch this is crazy. And what is life? I don't know, so I happy cry every time. What's the update on your stolen phone? It's so funny because I was so mad about my phone getting stolen in Birmingham that trip. This is all happening over my vlog channel if you don't know what I'm talking about. But that video popped off, like that got over 1 million views, I'm pretty sure at this point. And I got so many subscribers from that vlog, and the revenue from it way outpaid the iPhone. So at this point I'm like, steal it again. That was a great experience at this point. But so the update on my stolen phone, there's literally no update since the last time I talked about it. The police report did nothing. Like they're not gonna put that many resources into finding a stolen phone. There was a while that said person was trying to like hack into my social media, but I think that stopped as of right now. And there's no real update. Never got it back, but got a lot of new subscribers. Craziest / most spontaneous thing you've ever done. The most spontaneous thing I've ever done was my decision to get a tattoo. At that point, walked in and we got a tattoo. Do you have any regrets about moving to LA? I have absolutely no regrets about moving to LA. I knew it was the right decision for me. I've loved every day here. Who are your celeb guy and girl crushes? Guy, I have 2. A is Ryan from Quantico, Jake McLaughlin. B is Avery from Grey's Anatomy. I don't know why I'm blanking on his name right now. Side note, they also, it's kind of weird to say, but they kind of look alike. They have like the same look, but just with different hair color and like different skin tones, in my opinion. Girl crush is obviously Demi Lovato. That's all. There's some other really good questions too, but this video is already really long. The ones I didn't answer will also be applicable in a future Q&A. So if you liked this video and you thought these questions were interesting, make sure that you subscribe and give this a thumbs up. And also, at this point, I mean, go ahead and if you want to, if you have other questions, comment those below so that way next time I film a Q&A, I can just scroll through that and already have questions ready. So, and yeah, thanks for all the middle part compliments too, because we're still doing that. So that is all. I hope all of you guys have a wonderful week and I will see you in my next video.